So just got back from the parts store, picked up the harmonic balancer puller tool so we can finally get the pulley off of that motor. A little bit ago I was trying to get the valve springs off of these things, and the tool I got doesn't fit them right. It doesn't sit on the springs correctly, so I gotta order a new one of those. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up, prop you guys up on a camera somewhere over here, and go about it. Alrighty, as you saw there in that time lapse, we got the pulley off. Helps having the right tool, obviously. You can see all the burn marks from this thing from when I tried heating it up to get it off with just the pry bar. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take this cover out, try to get the cam out, and then try our luck with this Lyle camshaft bearing removal and install tool. Try to get the cam bearings out maybe and see what those look like. I got some Clevite 2125s here. We'll see how those look. Those should be the right ones, but we'll know more once we open it up. So I will go ahead and cut to that. So we got the cover popped off. Looking in here, it's really not too bad. Definitely pretty dark, but nothing too out of hand. So I'll go ahead and pop the oil pump off, timing gear and chain off, and pop the cam out. There's an old cam, nothing too crazy. Alright, so the part that everybody says to never do, looking at the cam bearings here, definitely not great. Mostly wear on the bottom there. Looking at the back, nothing too special, not quite as worn. Well, up there I guess it's not ideal. You can kind of see the lifters in there. So obviously you can do this without removing the lifters, but in my case I got the heads off anyway, so it doesn't really make a big deal. But I'm gonna get this motor rotated over, get the cam bearing remover, and try to go ahead and pop those out. Alrighty, so you can see here we've got this Lyle camshaft bearing tool. So basically these are the pieces that you're going to be using to drive out and install the bearings. So you just find the one that kind of corresponds to your thing. So that's a little small, but this is too big. So we'll just end up going with this one and then expanding it, because you can see there's just a little bit of room there. So we'll go with that guy. And then you can see there's these other boots here, and these ones are the brown. So if you read on the back here, it's kind of hard to see, but basically the brown ones are for 65 thousandths thickness bearings, and the black are for the 90 thousandths. And if we measure our bearing here, you can see it's just under 90 thousandths. And obviously the size will vary as we go through this, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the black boots. So we'll get that sorted. Once this is on the shaft, when you turn the shaft, this will kind of end up opening, and I can't really show it with one hand, but it'll open and expand and fit the bearing once we get it in there. So I will go ahead and get it set up over on the motor and keep on going. Alright, as you can see here, I got the bar set up. Obviously don't need the centering cone on this one. But you just kind of spin the crank over a little bit to where you can get to the hex down there, and get a 7/8 on it, just to kind of hold it while you tighten this by hand. And that's about all you need to go, is about hand tight. And then this guy will end up expanding just enough to sit on the ring of that bearing. And then you just go ahead and knock this that way. It'll pop out obviously on the other side, and you just pick it up and keep going from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and bang that out. Alrighty, now as you can see, we got this guy banged out, just gently tapping it that way, and then it just kind of popped out with the tool. So then I just loosened it up, pulled it back out, and then kind of just fished the bearing up through here and got it out. And as you can see, we didn't score that bore at all. There's the oiling hole, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that with the rest of them here and get back with you in just a sec. So as you just saw, we got that last bearing popped out. Went super easy. If you guys are ever thinking about or debating on leaving the crank in while doing it, honestly, it's not bad at all. It went real simple. I did notice though, as I was popping these out, there's the bearings I got. Here's the bearings that were in there. So you can see it's quite a bit thinner. So I won't be able to put the new bearings in today. I'll have to wait until I can get the right thickness. But it's something, gets me further today than I was yesterday. So we'll just leave it as it is. That's probably going to be about it for this video though. Like I said, I gotta wait for the new tool to do these valve springs, and then I gotta get some polishing compound, or not polishing compound, but valve compound, I think. And then I picked up this little tool here. It'll come out. So you put a certain boot on one end of it, whatever fits your valve, and then you can go ahead and lap your valves. Lapping compound, that's what I was trying to think of. So I'll go ahead and get that stuff coming, but otherwise it's about all I have to do for right now. So I think that's going to end off this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this kind of shorter video compared to what's been coming out. If there's anything that you guys want to see or suggest I do differently, let me know. Appreciate all the feedback. Yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. I will see you guys in the next video, and have a good night. Bye.